She texted me at 6:44 p.m., just a few words, no punctuation, no warmth. Asterisk, our anniversary trip needs to be postponed. Work emergency. I'm sorry. Asterisk, that little slip, the absence of a period, was my first real clue. But the real blow came 20 minutes later when my phone buzzed again. This time, the message wasn't from her. It was from a friend I'd known since college, now working as a bartender at the very resort where we'd honeymooned 3 years earlier. No words, no explanations. Just a photo. Her, my wife, wrapped in a silk robe, laughing with her boss on the balcony of our oceanfront suite. The exact same suite I had painstakingly booked 6 months in advance. I didn't explode. Not right away. Anger would have made me send a stupid, desperate message. Instead, I stared at that photo, felt a cold fist squeeze my chest, sharp as a knife, and said nothing. I understood. We met 8 years ago at a tech conference in Austin. She was brilliant, a little awkward, and smelled like peppermint and ambition. I was just starting my cybersecurity firm. She was climbing her ladder in corporate finance. Together, we built everything. The business, her career, the house with those gray kitchen cabinets, she said brought her peace. I remember the first time she stayed late at work and didn't answer my call. I told myself it was a meeting. The second time, a deadline. The third, she came home smelling like someone else's cologne. I convinced myself it was stress, that her demanding boss was pushing her too hard. I gave her space, respect, time. She gave me a knife in the back. The moment of truth came 2 weeks before our anniversary. She left her phone unlocked on the kitchen counter, screen down. That was unlike her. She never left it unlocked. Never. I wasn't proud of what I did next. But you don't check a phone unless your soul already knows the answer. The message was brief. Asterisk, boss booked the suite. Same view as last time. Her done. Can't wait. X. Asterisk. I didn't scream. Didn't cry. I took screenshots. Every message, every photo. I saved them all, encrypted and hidden away. Then I smiled. What she didn't know was that her boss's wife was an old client of mine, a woman I'd helped years ago when a cyberstalker turned out to be her own husband. She owed me. I sent her the screenshots first. No words. Just proof. 5 minutes later, her reply came. Asterisk. He's dead to me. What do you need? Asterisk. Nothing yet. I answered. Just wait. Then I contacted HR at my wife's firm. There was a strict non-fraternization policy. Her boss was a partner. She was a subordinate in every sense. I dropped the evidence anonymously, a whisper in the dark. That same night, I booked a flight for myself. No romantic getaway, just somewhere far, somewhere quiet. For days later, she called me, crying, sobbing. They fired me, she choked out. Asterisk, it's all gone. Asterisk, I listened. Silence was my scalpel. I don't understand how they found out, she whispered. I do, I said. Calm, precise. That was the last thing I said before hanging up. By the time she flew back home, I was gone. I left a note along with divorce papers. It read simply, Asterisk, you postpone our anniversary. I canceled the marriage. Asterisk, but that wasn't the end. 2 weeks into my new life in Prague, I received another message, this time from her boss's now estranged wife. She was suing him for harassment, accusing him of manipulation, trying to salvage her reputation. Of course, she was playing the victim, rewriting history, flipping the script. I didn't interfere. Not yet. I waited, quiet, strategic. 3 weeks later, my former wife's attorney reached out. She was contesting the prenup, claiming coercion, saying I manipulated her into signing it when we had nothing. Interesting theory. Too bad I had video footage of her laughing, waving the pen, saying, Asterisk, I trust you with everything. Asterisk, but I still wasn't done. I returned to the States quietly, anonymously, disguised in someone else's skin. I sat in the back of the courtroom the day her claims were dismissed. The look on her face when my lawyer played that video, that was the climax I'd waited for. But I wasn't there for her. I was there for what came next. My attorney slid a folder across the table, a dossier full of proof. She'd used company funds to pay for that resort stay. Fraud. Embezzlement. HR had only seen the affair. They hadn't seen this. Now they had it all. She didn't just lose her job. She lost her license, her reputation, her carefully curated LinkedIn dreams. Her boss was disbarred. His wife took the house. The kids, half his retirement. I never raised my voice. Never made a scene. All I did was tell the truth. Cold, calculated, one piece at a time. Now I live oceans away. I sleep with my window open. Not because I need fresh air, but because I can. She tried to reach out one last time. A final text, asterisk. I didn't mean to hurt you. Asterisk. I stared at it for a long time. Then I deleted it. Some stories don't deserve a reply. Because sometimes revenge isn't fire. It's ice, slow, silent, and it never misses.